All right, guys. So thank you for coming in today. And I wanted to take the time to go through the steps of reserving your business. Now, of course, because I'm located in Alabama, I'm going to show you how to walk through the steps on the Secretary of State website for Alabama. However, each state has their own website that you can use to register your business information. If you see from this website, because I use this website so much, I went and typed it in SOS in the search field, and it came right up. Of course, like I said, if in your state you're not familiar with that state website is, you'll just simply want to Google it. Here on this website, we can come here right at the very top. You see it says services. We would go down here to business entities, online services, and proceed from there. Or you can go down, as you see here, and it says business services. Once you're here on business services, as you see, you have your UCC information. If you're not familiar with what UCC information is, that is something that you may want to look into. I always say do research just so you're familiar with um, the different aspects of running a business and things that you would look forward to seeing. Um, from here, we would go down. What we're looking for is to reserve our business name. So here under business entity services, again, if you want to come in here and play around with the different options that you have available to you, this is where you'll want to do that. Click on those options, read through them, learn more about them. Like I said, again, this is when you want to do research into creating and running your business. Today for this video, I'm simply wanting to walk through the steps of reserving your business name. So we're going to click on that name reservation menu. From here, we're going to click on name reservations. This is another website or another page where you have multiple options here. Most of these are self-explanatory. What we're looking for is that top option, name reservation. We're going to click on that. And here, this is where you're going to go to see all of the information regarding the steps, the next steps that will follow from here. So this says, welcome to the Secretary of State Online Services application. Your document will only be available to download for 15 days. Keep that in mind. That is only available for 15 days. When I get to the end, I'm going to show you, where you're going to download that information. But you want to keep in mind, you want to either download this either as a PDF, print to save, save it uh, in a folder. You can print it at that time. Whatever you need to do, you need to make sure this document is accessible to you beyond those 15 days because this will be your business information, your legal business information that you want to have access to. Also here, it says very important, you must have Adobe PDF if you want to save it as such and if you want to print that information at the end. So if you don't have Adobe PDF on your device, whatever device you're using, if you don't have that, you want to make sure you download that right now. It is a free option here on the website, so make sure you take advantage of that. I do already have it, so I don't have to click on that option. But if you don't, make sure you click on that at this time. These are the different the costs for each filing that you need to do. So today, like I said, we're doing the name reservation. However, we're doing a name reservation and filing through the state. So we're not going to click on this first option, name reservation, filing, or transfer. Now, let me explain something. If you are, let's say, you want to go ahead, you know what your business name is, you know what you want it to be, you can go ahead and pay $25 to reserve your business name. That will reserve your name in your state, and it will tell you, how long this lasts. I think in the state of Alabama, this filing lasts for a year. Where what that means is that no one else can take your name that you register for that $25. Okay. Now that is only a name reservation. No more, no less. It is only a name reservation. What we're looking to do today is the domestic filing. If you see here, it breaks down to a $100 county fee, and then you have a $100 state filing fee for a total of $208. When I get to the end of it, it's going to show you the full breakdown. So I want you to keep in mind of the totals that are showing here. We're doing domestic. You do have an option for foreign filing. The difference between the domestic filing and the foreign filing, I don't want to go into too much detail because I don't want to confuse anyone. In most cases, in most of our businesses, it will be domestic filing. Now, if you want to look into foreign filing, specific to your business, that is something that you want to research. Like I said, I don't want to go into detail about that right now. However, if that is something that you're interested in and you want me to do a video on that, you want more information about that, please leave a comment, send me an email, let me know, and I can do an entire video on the difference between domestic and foreign, and the benefits, as well as, if there are any if there's a downside to filing as such. From here, you want to scroll on down, and you don't have to click anything up here. This is, like I said, just a breakdown showing you the cost for everything before we move forward. From here, what we want to do is click continue to application. From here, we're going to fill out contact information. For the purpose of the video today, I'm going to use my own information. I was going to use the client's information. I had a meeting with a client earlier. I was going to use her information, but um, I just I don't want to have to worry about blanking out any information on this video because I want you to see everything. And if I was doing a customer of mine, I would need to blank out their personal information, of course. So I didn't want to do that with this video. I want you to see everything in its entirety. So here I'm going to fill out this information. This will be my contact information, and I simply use my first and last name. As a telephone number, I will use a made up name, a number. And here I will use info at TashasTips.com. Info at TashasTips.com. For the mailing address, I will do 123. That did not do 123. 123 Way Road in Mobile, Alabama. We will use 36617. If you want to review all your information here, you can do that. However, you will have multiple opportunities to verify and make sure that your information is correct. At this point, I will click continue. And here we're going to go into the name that is being requested now. So at this point, you can either enter in that new name that you're looking to reserve. If you'd already started an application, you would go here and you can either enter in that existing name that you saved or that reservation ID. Whenever you come to create a business name or a name reservation, it will generate a reservation ID. You would enter that information here. At this time, we have not done so, so I will enter this here under the name requested, and I'm just going to do the name of my channel, The Waller Way, and click continue. So again, like I stated before, when we were on the page where it showed the cost to file these fees, I'm doing domestic today. So I'm going to click domestic file in here. And then the type of entity I am looking to file is LLC. Now I'm going to pause here for just a moment. This option is solely up to you as the business owner as to which option you want to select. So if you're doing a nonprofit, if you're doing real estate investing, whatever option it is that you want to select for your business, this is where you would enter, or this is where you will select that information. Please, please, please be sure to select the correct thing for your company, because you don't want to have to change anything later. If you have to change your entity type, it costs each time you make a change. So when we're trying to, get our business started and get it off the ground, but we want to be legal, we want all of our paperwork in line, we don't want to spend unnecessary money. We want to be as cost effective as possible. And it's very, very important that, mistakes are, um, we got to try to avoid those, at all costs. So, this is where you would stop, make sure you do a little research, look into each entity type to make sure it is the fit for your business. Okay. For me, I'm doing LLC, limited liability company, and then I will scroll here where it already has the name that I entered on the previous page, but there is some additional detail that we have to take into consideration. So it says the name of the limited liability company must contain the words limited liability company or the abbreviation LLC or LLC, and you can see the difference in them. There are some more stipulations here. Names containing the words bank, banking, banker, trust, insurance, insurer, engineer, architect, or any abbreviation of such words cannot be used. Go to, and it gives a website to complete a request and follow the instructions on that form. That's if you're doing a bank or a trust or something like that and you're trying to create a name. Again, those are more detailed situations. Those are those one-off situations that, you could click on that link to go further into requesting a specific name. We're not covering that today, but I just wanted to show that that is a link that you can click on, to request those names that they have listed here that are not options for you, but you can request them. Today, what I'm going to do is the Waller Way, LLC, and from here we will click continue. Okay, so it says the name you entered is not available. And I think, guys, it's because I did that earlier. So I'm going to remove that comma and see if that'll make a difference. The name you entered is still not available. So we're going to just do Waller Way. Whew, okay. So see here, sometimes you run into these situations. This will happen. If you come across a name that is no longer available, you will get that error message. The name you entered is not available. You can see that there. So let me see, the Wallers LLC. Okay, so you may choose to either reserve the business name only or proceed with formation filing. So remember, I said the name reservation only was $25. This is where you would select that option. So you could click on name reservation only or file a formation data. We're doing a full formation registration today, so I'm going to click on this option. And from here, this is where you would continue to proceed. This is requester information. I am the requester. This can be an organization or individual. Of course, I'm an individual. So I click copy contact information, and that was from that original contact information that I entered. And you just want to verify, make sure everything looks good, and click continue. From here, the name of the reservation shows there. The requester's information is listed here. And this box says I certify that I have reviewed this information and that it is the correct information for the domestic limited liability company name reservation. I will click this box and then click continue. The registered agent is required to be in the county of formation selected on this page. So I am in Mobile County. I will select that. And the type of limited liability company is, for me, this is specific to me, limited liability company. These are, again, this is where you would stop and do research to see if any of these falls under your business's specific needs. For me, this is the option that I'm selecting, as I've done my research to make sure that this is befitting for my business. If the Series LLC complying with Title 10A. You have professional services complying with 10A. Professional Series LLC. These are options again, like I said, that you want to look into. You want to read everything, guys. It is extremely important to make sure you do your research before selecting anything. Delayed effective date here, if you notice. This is if you want, we want to go ahead and register our business information, but we're not quite ready to actually launch our business. If that is the case, this is where you would enter that information. So I'm going to go ahead and file my paperwork, but I'm not ready to actually launch my business, let's say, until December 1 of 2022. This is where I would enter that information. So although I will have my paperwork in hand, I've already paid for everything, I'm not actually launching my business until December. You would enter that information at this time. That is not the case in my situation, so we will move forward. Okay. As the registered agent, again, that is me. That is an option that you have here in the state of Alabama. I am the registered agent. As the individual, I will enter my information here. And that same street address information, Way Road, Mobile, Alabama 36617. And by checking this box, I certify that the physical address listed above is located within the county in which I am filing. Yes, it is. I will click that option. Registered agent mailing address. So since I'm the registered agent, the registered agent's office address, I will simply copy that information so I don't have to retype everything in again. That will copy down, and then I certify that the registered agent is an individual who is a resident of Alabama, an existing Alabama domestic entity, or a foreign entity currently registered to do business in Alabama, and that the agent maintains a business office at the registered office address stated in this application, which is physically located in Alabama. I am confirming, and I certify that this information is correct, and I will click that option and click continue. Here, if there's any organization information, so if you were doing, let's say, a nonprofit organization, this is where you would enter in that organization information. If you're doing an organization, you will probably have a Word doc, Microsoft Word, where everybody that's involved, president, secretary, all that information would be on a Word document. You would add that here. You would add your organizers here. I'm not doing that. It is just me. So I'm going to click continue. And again, this is more information, like I was saying, that Word document that you would upload. So you would enter the name and the titles and things on that previous page. But that Word doc, like I said, you would normally keep a document. This is where you would upload that information here. It says if you wish to identify a member or members of the LLC, please attach to this electronic filing the list of members. Gives you more detail here. The accepted documents may be uploaded a PDF file. An image file can be accepted. It has to be a GIF, a JPEG file, or a PNG. Image files are the only options that will be accepted, again, because I don't have any additional members to add. I don't have anything to upload. I will simply click continue. Okay. At this time, this is your summary. So remember, I say you have ample opportunity to review your information. Make sure everything is correct before you proceed. The state of Alabama gives you multiple, multiple opportunities to make sure that your information is correct. So if you review your information for whatever reason, you see that something is wrong or it's missing, you would click edit contact information at this time. Of course, my information is correct, so I'm going to proceed. Name reservation. All of that information is correct. I don't need to edit anything, so I'm going to move forward. The same thing here with the requester information. All of that is correct, as well as the filing options here. Everything looks good to me. I'm going to move forward. We have the registered agent and address information. Again, if this was incorrect, we would click edit registered agent and address information. Like I stated, everything looks good, so I will proceed. no organization information, no documents to upload. Here we are at the end. So like I stated, this is your summary. So you wanted to make sure everything looks good, everything is in place, every, all the I's are dotted, all T's are crossed, everything looks good. This is where you're gonna do your electronic signature. By electronic signature, the authorized party for the limited liability company certifies that the limited liability company has at least one member. Here, I will put my electronic signature, and I am the owner. If you want to do owner, CEO, COO, sole proprietor, whatever you want to put at, in that space is completely up to you. Some people say they like to put boss or, whatever. You put whatever you want to in that field. For me, I'll simply just put owner. And by checking this box, I certify that all information has been reviewed and it is correct. As you see, we just went through um, for each section. I reviewed and make sure that everything was correct. The spellings, address, everything was correct before I proceed. We will click continue. And now we're at the end. So if you remember at the beginning, I said you had the $25 name reservation. So that's here. And then you have your county filing fee, which was $100. And then you have your state filing fee, which was also $100. So it comes to a total of $225. Your total fee to the state of Alabama would be $236. This will cover your LLCs. Like I said, that's your name reservation, your county, and your state filing. Here is where I would enter my information. And I will put 123 Way Road. We are in Mobile, Alabama. And 36617. My telephone number 999. And my email address again was info@tashastips.com. All right. Offer all information. I got green checks on everything, which green is always good. Everything is a go. We're going to click next. And this is where you would enter in that card information. Once you enter in your card information, your card number, your expiration date, expiration year, the security code, 3-digit code on the back, and then the name that appears on that card. Once you enter that information and click next, that completes everything. From there, it will generate the document, which will show you, your state filing. Let me see if I can find one for you. Let's see. It will appear like this. It will appear like this. And that is the state of Alabama. Um, So like I said, this is where I will stop just because I'm not going to proceed with any payment right now. This wasn't, actual business that I wanted to register. So I will stop here. This is, like I said in the beginning, if you don't have Adobe, you wanted to download that information because as you see that document that I just pulled up that showed my business, the registered LLC business, once you get to this point, you want to save that document as a PDF. As you just saw, that was a PDF that I pulled up, and I think I registered this one maybe 2 years ago. Yeah, 2020, and I keep this on hand. So I have it printed off, but I also keep it in a folder so that, if I ever need it, if I lose the hard copy that I have, I can always pull up this option, print it off, and keep that in my folder. But that is always accessible. So this is where you would save it as a PDF or print it off or save it to a junk drive, email it to yourself, whatever you need to do. If you don't have PDF, if you don't have a printer, you want to save this some way because like I said at the very beginning, it only saves on this website for 15 days, and you will no longer have access to it. So you want to make sure that you definitely keep a copy of that document. That's all the steps walking through registering your business. This again was in the state of Alabama. If there is a state that you would like me to try, if you know in your state you would like me to register your business and do a live recording of it, I'll be more than happy to do that for you. That way we can do step by step in, in different states. I have no problem doing that. If that's something you are interested in, please inbox me, leave a comment, send an email, let me know, what other tutorials you would like to see, step by step steps that you would like to see. I thank you guys for tuning in. You have a wonderful day. Peace.